Hola, buenos días. Soy yo. It's me, Vivi. I am. It's February 2022, and this is the monthly Lovestream. The interesting thing about this month is this could honestly be a lie, but I'm not sure. In my memory, I typically don't come to you, like don't say hi, hey, how you doing, unless I'm in a good space, like really good space, like feeling good, centered, grounded, expansive, the whole bit. Today, I don't feel that way. And I told myself, that's all right. That's all right. We ebb, we flow. We ebb, we flow. And one of the things that I realized is in January, I had this spike of excitement, motivation, to a level I hadn't really felt during all of the pandemic, this global pandemic. And so it gave me this sense of, it enlivened my hope in things that I want to see and do and how I want to be. And then it dropped, and I'm still in that drop, and that's all right. What I recognize is this is exactly when I need to give myself grace. And as I looked back at how I've been doing that and a framework for me to be in conversation with you, to kind of share that experience and offer you a way that you can do the same for yourself. Because this is what Dr. Christine Neff calls fierce self-compassion. Fierce self-compassion. I'm all about compassion and kindness. But I love the way she's paired this tenderness of accepting where we are, which is the first, I'm going to say first. First, I've got to go, okay, this is where I am. And then there's a framework, 3 steps that she offers, really drummed down version. Obviously, she has a ton of resources at selfcompassion.org. And I've taken her training and continue to practice in her community. So if you're a part of that, then wonderful. If I'm introducing you to her for the first time, then great. I'm so glad that, like all these circles sort of intersect, I've realized. But the thing about oh, let me take a sip of my coffee and try that word again. All right. So fierce self-compassion. The first thing we do is protect in fierce self-compassion, and we draw some boundaries. And that was what I did in January, what I shared with you. And I'll put a link to that Lovestream if you didn't get a chance to, if it didn't come across your awareness, then this might be the perfect time for you to hear it. So I'll link it here. And I created space. I did some actions to give myself more boundaries. Because I was sort of just flowing with just being tossed around the waves. And I'm continuing to do that, draw a few more boundaries. And I haven't seen the results of that yet, but I'm still hopeful, not like a livened hope like I felt in January, but knowing, like sensing that this is the way. And then you say yes to yourself and to your needs. And that's what I'm doing. I'm saying yes to myself and to my needs. And interestingly enough, even though I'm in a space where I'm creating boundaries, saying yes to myself and to my needs, part of that involves coming back to community. And so for the last, so since last March, I shifted the level of engagement within university to become more private and individually based with me, and have not led groups of experiences, what we call seasonal journeys within university, because I love how the learning, if you're in this crew, if you're part of my peeps, then I know that you have this lifelong this value for learning and growth and positive change. And so the infrastructure of within university is the seasonal growth, and really tailoring the growth experience or the learning experience around the temperature and the pulse of the community. And over the last 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, woo, over the last more than 5 years, I'm not really great at math, just admitting that piece. But it's been a minute. It's been interesting to watch these experiences evolve and shift and change, and be able to create this frame of structure of certainty and safety, and also allow so much innovation and change. So anyway, for the last year, sensing that I was really needing to winter, even through the summer, really needing to just shift. I shifted that away from community experiences. And what I've realized is that I need to say yes to my needs, and that is to learn and grow within community. And so part of what I'm going to share with you today is an invitation to join me in these weekly writing groups based on the book, Writing the Mind Alive, the Proprioceptive Method for Finding Your Authentic Voice. I'll say more details about that in a little bit, but that's how I'm providing for myself. I'm saying yes to what I need to do and really making that a priority, and knowing that when I say yes to myself, I'm saying no to some other things. And it's hard to say no to things that I love to do, but I have to do these other things for me. And this is one of them, coming to you, like, really in whatever space I'm at. Like, that's one of them. I won't belabor the point, but I'm not feeling it today, and that doesn't matter. I'm still turning on the microphone, pushing record, and joining, grateful that you're joining me, that I'm, that you've given me an opportunity to be in your space, in your ear. And what I'm imagining, because this is all imaginary, we're not in physical space together, but we'll share time together in a circle of weekly writes. And I'll explain exactly how that will happen. But that's saying yes to me by bringing back the community experience to within university. So I'm so very excited about that. Not feeling the excitement, but, knowing that is what I need, and excited about doing that for myself. And then I made a note about her third point, which is motivate. I'm not quite sure how Christine Neff says it, but the point I wrote down is learn, grow, and change the world. And yeah, that's what this whole experience is, right? It's a classroom called life. So go, Christine Neff. Thanks for coming up with fierce self-compassion, and for really illustrating it as a framework of both tenderness and acceptance and action. And that's kind of cool. So thanks. So let me get into the details about this writing group. So it's a strategy for you to find calm, focus, and attention, and for me to relieve some of the burnout I feel. And I really was hesitant with saying that word out loud, like, I'm not burnt out. And that made me realize, look, baby, like looking myself in the mirror and going, look, everybody's burnt out. It's okay. It's impossible to go through this pandemic, this worldwide pandemic, this shifting of our realities, this opportunity to transform and not feel whatever the definition of burnout is, but not thriving, right? So I said it. I'm there in some form of it, and that's okay. But this writing the mind alive, this method of proprioceptive writing, there's a little quote from the book I want to share with you. It says, a meditation master once said, if you wear the same clothes every day, eventually you'll begin to recognize yourself. If you practice proprioceptive writing every day, eventually you'll begin to hear yourself. Trust yourself. You're on the path. And remember the magic rules for self-trust. Write what you hear. Listen to what you write. And be ready to ask the proprioceptive question. That resonated with me. Whew. And so I have decided that this is our learning journey for this bridge between winter and spring, this practice that you may want to join either on your own, right, or in community with me, to accompany you through Lent. Lent starts in March and will go through, right before Easter. And so this is how I'm framing this experience. What I'm inviting you to do, if this is interesting to you, is to if you're listening to this in real time, like today, February 13th, then pick up the book in some way or some fashion. Go to your local library, download it on Kindle. I think Google even lets you download books. I saw that somewhere. I actually have a hard copy. This is a funny thing I do sometimes. I got this book in 2017, and I was really looking to see who had introduced me to it so I could give them a hat tip, and couldn't quite figure it out, but it doesn't matter. I wrote in the book 2017 because that's when I ordered it, and I never read it. Yeah, I do that sometimes. But as I was going through my bookshelf, it called to my attention, and then it actually came up in my experience in another circle of engagement, and I thought, okay, so let's look at this. And then as I continued to sort of just be curious about this experience, it just started to resonate, to light up even more and more, and I knew that this was the right, best, coolest thing for me to invite you to right now. And so I'm excited about it. You can participate by joining Within University as a member, and that's www.withinuniversity.com. If you're seeking ritual. And you're also invited to reach out to me if you want to apply for a scholarship. And you can email me on the website, or you can email me at vivian@viviancarrasco.com. But if you're curious, just buy the book. See if it's something that you're interested in. Because what we'll do is I'll hold a class, like a circle for us at 7:30 on the 22nd. I believe I'll record it and just sort of illustrate the framework of what our circles will be like and how to prepare and what we'll commit to. And then what we'll do is we'll have the Tuesday weekly writes all through March and the first week of April. These are going to be audio only. Audio is just my jam lately. So, and they won't be recorded. You'll have to join us live in order to experience the classes. So I know that's tough, but because of the method, it's what I feel like is best. Tuesdays at 7:30 Central for this experience. And then I'm going to invite you to do individual writes on Thursdays that can inform your Tuesday group experience. And so this will be a beautiful sort of reflective circle that comes up. And that's that. I am inviting you to buy the book, Writing the Mind Alive, the Proprioceptive Method for Finding Your Authentic Voice. The author is Linda Metcalf and Tobin Simon. And then there'll be a link or something to how you can join me Within University for our circles, our community rights, our group rights. And that's my Sunday Lovestream. And just to close, I feel inspired and also a little hesitant. I understand this whole Valentine's Day thing, And I love any opportunity to express love and appreciation. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling right now, except that it's not. I'm hoping that if what, like, just this is what I'm offering myself, and so I'm just reflecting it back to you. I used to want, like, what the television showed me Valentine's was about, like a really romantic dinner, everybody getting dressed up, and that's just not where my space is right now. So allow your experience of things in your life to be different. That felt important to say, and so I want to share it to you. And then I also want to listen to myself. Allow the experience to be different. Whew, that was great and not as scary as I thought when I first started. I am really honored that you share your time and your experience with me. And I will hopefully hear you, see you, read words that you wrote, or somehow be able to say hello to you if you've heard this. I hope that you have a great morning, evening, day, whenever you happen to listen to this or to read parts of it. Okay? Thank you. Bye.